over at Sherry Street.
Alrighty, welcome ladies and gentlemen to tonight's edition of the Racers Elite at Darlington Raceway. Rob Piles and Russ Martin Jr. believe it. I see some Matt jumping here. I think he just popped out. I don't know what's going with that. We'll see. But anyway, cameras tonight presented by Whiplash Sun Cams. Darlington, South Carolina. Big jump here tonight as I was over in Illinois last night with the Xfinity Series at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, and a great race there with Green-White-Checkered and no cautions. So we'll see if they can simulate that here tonight as well. So we'll see if the Gen 4 car is a little bit more power here. See if they can manage to do the same. So qualifying going to begin here very momentarily. So we get things kicked off. So about 54 seconds. These drivers will look to put down their fastest laps. We got 23 drivers checked in here for tonight at the Darlington Raceway. Russ, good evening, partner.
How's it going, buddy? We're looking forward to the race tonight. I mean, I don't know if these guys are going to be able to go caution free. I mean, this is Darlington. Track too much or too tough to tame. The lady in black guys are going to get their stripes here tonight. I don't know if if they're going to be able to go the distance without seeing at least one yellow, but maybe they've made me look bad before.
Yeah, it's the challenge is on. We'll see if they can do it here early in the qualifying momentarily. 71 degrees ambient air temperature, 91% humidity, partly cloudy weather, 3-mile-an-hour wind gust should be quite a show here. Hopefully that wind does not play too big of an issue with the separate turn configurations, as we were mentioning. The lady in black here, the asphalt not always the funnest and the friendliest to the racers on the racetrack.
Yeah, this is one of those classic odd shaped tracks too. I mean, you got a tighter entry on the one end and a wider entry in the other. Two different racing lines around this track. I mean, I know guys that other leagues and officials have been running here because NASCAR comes here this weekend in real life. So and guys have been struggling. I mean, the racing line kind of it changes a little bit throughout the course of a race, and guys have been kind of struggling so far here at Darlington this week so far from what I've seen. So gonna be fun.
It will be fun as they roll into the qualifying trim here. We have a couple of drivers shirts like Dennis Kane and Robert. Robert Kahn's the race control. We'll see, but drivers getting out of here to put on some laps and see if they can lock down on qualifying. He's still in race control, so I imagine he's not actually racing.
No, he should be racing. I don't know, why he's in the race control, but he should be racing. He's right there. Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Yeah, yeah. We're at Darlington, and I'm in the, I'm in the smoke car out there running the Tony Stewart paint scheme, and I'm in charge here. So I'm gonna be race control until that's of course until Chantel Pottles shows up and kicks him out of race control.
And I'm awaiting that, so we'll see if she. We'll see. And we'll look forward to seeing that happen.
Yeah.
Very large and in charge, right? About to cut the all warmed up here, ready to do this thing. And from the race control booth, Robert Kahn with the fastest lap. So large and in charge very well with a Truth said that's it. He's taking over. Truth 29.294, the fastest time on the leaderboard right now. As Robert Kahn thought he was going to be large and in charge, 29.341, wasn't off by much. Jeffrey Parker now going to take over the second spot with a 29.305 second lap time. Kevin Ellie goes fourth quick with a 29.478. Dennis Kane is fifth quick currently, 29.553. As I stand corrected. Chris Stouffer goes fifth quick with 46 with a 29.496 second lap time. For second, 29.955 as Matt Miller jumps into the seventh position with a 29.902 second lap here at Darlington. Lap times are slamming to the board here. 29.799. Quick time goes Christo for 29.229. Look out, he's going to go quick time on the board.
First and foremost, talking about Christopher, I want to go out on the air and publicly apologize to him. I sent him a message there last week after the race at Daytona, and I want to make sure I get my apology out there to Chris for kind of the way we represented the incident that he was involved in last week with the 41 Aaron Marquis. I kind of called it, as I saw it at that point. Really, I wasn't able to go back and look at it via replay while the race was happening because something with my system, iRacing messes up when I try to do that. But I went back and looked at that incident post-race the next morning, and Chris had absolutely no ill intent in that incident last week on the pit exit, and I feel bad for the way that we represented him throughout that race, and I don't feel like that was just caused on my part or our part, and I don't want that to overshadow the fact that his dominating win last week there at the Daytona Road Course. So just going out there publicly apologizing again to Christopher for that. Like I said, I sent him a message earlier in the week, and he was cool with it. He's going to thank me for going back and looking at the replay, but still feel pretty bad about the way we made him look there on the broadcast last week. So
yeah, there's a lot of different angles to look at that and not be able to get in car, and we can't see the inputs and what everybody's doing. So there's no ill intent in anything that we do here. We're just trying to cover the broadcast, and what you see is what we got. So that's
absolutely.
iRacing isn't always the greatest at showing us what somebody's actually doing in the car.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, normally, like I said, I can go back and, with an incident like that and take a look at it, but for some reason, I don't know if it's my PC or something or what, but for some reason, if I try to go back and review something and then try to go back live, something in the session on my end messes up, and so for about the last 2 or 3 weeks, I haven't been doing that because I want to be able to be in real time with the race and stuff. So, it was, unfortunately, something that I didn't do last week. I probably should have before spending so much time talking about it. But the past is in the past. The apology's been issued. Chris is fine. He understood, and looking to move past that. Told him, get better and do better.
Most definitely, and it's just how it goes. It's unfortunate sometimes that doesn't play out the way that we want it to. Is Brandon Puffenbarger goes quick time here with a 29.170. The first driver to really get down close to the 29 sub 29 ones, so that's gonna be close. I was thinking maybe a 28.9. He really put it on there, and it'll be a good race for him and Christopher. It looks like we'll have to see how tire wear plagues them throughout the course of the race.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with Darlington here, it's going to be a tire management game for sure. I mean, I know I was talking to a couple of guys who are on my team. They've been running officials and stuff this week, and I mean, I know this is the Gen 4 and that, but it's been pretty hungry. Darlington's been pretty hungry when it's come to tires. For all the different series that have been running Darlington this week. So tire management definitely going to come into play here tonight.
Andrew Teft, you go third. Quick on the leaderboard now with a 29.221 second lap. Stephen Luttrell goes second quick in that as well with a 29.212 second lap time. So we're getting times all tight there. We got quite a few drivers right there in that wheelhouse. They're on the 1s and 2s in the 29-second bracket. I don't think anybody's really left alone until you get down to about 13th or Patrick Millett's the only driver in the 29.6s. You got two drivers in 29.9s and a slew of drivers yet to qualify here that may opt not to. A 2.5 minutes left to qualifying. We got the 12 out there now. Let's see if we can put a lap time down. That is going to be Brandon Sanfilippo.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how many guys decided to run a throwback paint scheme for this race here. Darlington is always that one track where everybody gets to throw an old school paint scheme on and bring back the retro days of NASCAR. And, I said it at the beginning of the season that when we came here, it was going to be the fun to see how many guys elect to go and run the throwback paint schemes with these Gen 4 cars here at Darlington. So it's going to be fun to see who decides to go with it. And, I mean, I know NASCAR in real life's not making it. They're not making a big publicity stunt out of it anymore. They're not naming it like Throwback Weekend or anything like that. But I know there are quite a few drivers that are still going to be doing this whole throwback thing. I know Carson Hocevar is going with the old Dale Earnhardt blue and yellow Wrangler paint scheme on his number 77 Chili's car. So it's gonna be fun. Hopefully some of these guys decided to go with some throwbacks here tonight. I always like the throwback nights.
Yeah, looks like San Felipe's going to find 14th on the board. We'll see if the second lap's any better here. 27.61 the time to beat. And his second lap looks to be a little faster there. We'll see here. Looks a little bit smoother.
I think it's gonna be tough for anybody to beat that lap time put up by Puffenbarger. I think he's gonna be one I think gotta watch here, because if I'm not mistaken, Darlington is one of his better tracks. I know he really likes to run this track, so he's gonna be the one to watch here tonight, I think.
Definitely getting some extra laps here now, so he's trying to fill the car out. Woo.
Yeah, I was saying Filippo always likes to run about 35 laps during qualifying, so.
Yeah, some guys don't make it here in more practice time, and you get out there, you're out there by yourself. It's private. Just kind of get on it and see what you got. He's gonna get that thing carried away, and so we got a little loose there. He'll take that thing back to the pit road and get ready for the race coming up in 2 seconds.
The one guy I'm really surprised I don't see here tonight is Kensley Smith in the 15. Normally, he's usually always one really good for throwback schemes, but I don't see him on the docket here tonight.
And apparently he's going to make an appearance tonight, and things are getting ready to kick off here with the race at Darlington, the Gen 4 Cup Series. So. Let's see here.
Just reading the in-race game chat here. I think Stephen Luttrell and I have similar feelings about this track. He says, fill it with water and put bass in it.
Well, yeah, make a good tournament. This is in South Carolina, but I mean, they probably go to the ocean for that. But the cookout sponsor would probably be a little upset about that.
Yeah, probably. Say him and I have about the same feelings about this track. I can't stand running Darlington.
Well, seeing how we are in Darlington, we got the drivers out here, thought through the heat, battled the corners, and now only one thing matters: surviving the green flag. We have a front row that promises fireworks, a midfield packed with hunger, and a champion looking to defend their turf. It's time to see who has the speed and who has the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup looks like this. Starting on the inside of the front row, on the pole is Brandon Puffenbarger in the number 5. To his outside will be the 10th mountain number 36 is Stephen Luttrell. Inside of row number 2 in the 3rd spot is going to be the 98, the Racers Elite ride of Andrew Tuff. To his outside, the 46 of Chris Stouffer will start P4. Looking inside of row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, the 55 of Truth Hook will start 5th. To his outside, starting 6th of the Blaze sponsor number 31 is Jeffrey Parker. Starting inside of row number 4 in the 7th starting position is the Home Depot number 20 of Robert Kahn. To his outside, the 24 DuPont sponsored ride is Joshua Norton Jr. A good throw back there in P8. Looking inside of row number 5 in the 9th starting spot is going to be Cody Minelli in the 19. To his outside, the 77 of Alex Gates will start P10. Looking inside of row number 60, the 11th starting position is the Aflac number 43 of Alex Tuff. To his outside, Murray's sponsored number 4 is Dennis Kane will start P12. Starting inside of row number 7, the 13th starting position belongs to the Millers sponsored 14 of Patrick Willett. To his outside, Brandon Sanfilippo in the Goodrich number 12 will start P14. Inside of row number 8 in the 15th starting spots, the 311, the Redline Racing Network's Matt Metler will start 15th, and the 8 of Curtis Ecker will start P16. Inside of row number 9 in the 17th starting spot is Kirby Wainscott. The 10 is outside. The 88 of Troy Thomas will start P18. Inside of row number 10 in the 19th starting spot, Hess Gasoline. 86 is Kyle Hess. Is outside. The Coors Light 41 is Aaron Marquis. He'll start P20. Starting inside of row number 11 is the 92 of Timothy Asburn. And to his outside, the Grizzly 50 is Terry Fennell. He'll start P22. And I believe tailback, oh, we got 2 back here, so it's going to be Barry Nelson, the 96 will start P23, and Aaron Rowland, the 66 will start P24. And the green flag is out and away they go here. And that is a lot of cars here, but we're going to race through the field tonight and see where they're going to end up at. And who's going to take home the checkered flag is, it looks like Stephen Latrell has a great run on the outside in the 10th Mountain 36 as they rocket through turns 1 and 2.
We got 23 brave souls showing up at Darlington here tonight, so see how many of them are able to get out of here clean without a stripe from the lady in black.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like I said, these corners being different, it's gonna play a role in this. One corner tighter than the other, and just trying to get these things turned around and go in the other direction. It looks like it could be very plaguing here. 105 laps the distance, pretty common lap percentage for this week, because we were the same with the car in the wall. Blue is Alex Gates back there in 77 as he scraped the wall. A lot of battling going on already in this one.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of guys getting up there into the wall already. Alex Gates there at the 77, somebody a little bit farther back too. I mean, these guys are going to have their hands full for a little while. I mean, these Gen 4s are just naturally loose cars. And you get them here at Darlington on this roughed up surface. They can be quite the handful. So I mean, it's going to take quite a few laps for these cars to really kind of come in, if they even do come in. You know, and also, I think we're going to see, you know, once things settle out, we're going to see a lot of single file racing. I mean, the grooves around here are not easy to make passes. And you know, green flag pit stops are going to be very interesting as well if you know, if and when we get them.
I was say we're going on a spree there where Stephen Latrell was setting the fastest.
Oh,
Truth around. First caution of the night. See, it's going to come. There's too many cars coming. Maybe, maybe not. Self-cleaning racetrack. Truth is around. No caution. And he's got damage too. That's not going to help him out. I mean,
he's got a lot of damage. He hit the inside wall hard. He's definitely going to have to use his factor there already.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's, I was going to say, Stephen Latrell had the fastest lap of the race, lap after lap after lap. And Brandon Puffenbarger stole it from him, but Stephen Latrell was able to whip out a 29.224 second lap in the early stages of this. And that was last time around, and these guys are having some issues getting loose. A couple more drivers in the wall here.
Yeah, Alice Gates has been loose. That's trapping the green flag there at 77. Getting loose on entry, loose on exit, tight in the middle. Lady in black, man.
Well, she's definitely, what's the women saying? They're, LBD? Little black dress?
Yeah.
I didn't give away secrets out there. I just wanted to, it's something that most should understand. No, yeah, I mean, they getting after it here. Stephen Latrell, not.
Man, Gates keeps knocking that wall down.
I got bad news for him. Fortunately for him, it's a safer barrier, but that wall does not move.
Yeah, it may be the safer barrier, but it doesn't make it any softer.
Nope. Nope. It's it just gives a little bit more. I mean, it may give a little bit, but it don't give that easy. And he had company with that one. He didn't do that alone.
Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of guys tapping that wall. I mean, Alex isn't quite tapping. He said it again. He ain't tapping it. I mean, he's trying to knock that wall down, make this track wider.
He was up there against it for sure. He read that one out. He would ride that wall out like it was a championship playoff race.
Or it was Martinsville across Chastain.
Yeah, that was Dennis Kane was up there. Oh man, I thought it was going to be a lot tighter than that. Oof. I thought Dennis Kane was about to get the left hook and the right hook. Put your dukes up, boys.
Dukes up, elbows out. Let's go.
That's right. Man, things are seriously. I don't see the incident points being issued. So I mean, they're getting against the wall, but they're not hitting it hard enough. I mean, there's a few hard hits in there. I'm sure there's got to be 1 or 2 incident points out there, but it's not showing on my end.
Yeah, I mean, with a couple of those shots that the 77 took to the wall, there's got to be at least the 2X in there for that.
Yeah, the 41's been down
The
pit
light
road already too, so that's something to keep note of.
Yeah, I was gonna say the light grazes and stuff like that. That's a 0, but with the way that 77 was trying to knock the wall down, and I find it hard to believe that there wouldn't be at least a couple of 2Xs in there.
Yeah, a few things to really note here. We got the 41 and the 66. The 66 did not start, so Aaron Rowland did not start the event, so I don't know. I doubt he'll get points for today. Aaron Marquis ran 2 laps, and in that 2 laps he has taken his car to the trailer and he has parked it for the night.
So start and park, take your points.
Yep, that's sometimes it's better than trying to fill it out and ruin somebody else's race. But then again, you can come out here and get after it and maybe just ride it out and pick up a few spots as others get aggravated.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the way that I would do it. I mean, like I said, I have had 0. I've had negative luck in any race that I've ever ran here at Darlington, and that's exactly what I would do. I would just come out right around in the back, make the laps, let everybody else's misfortunes lead to my extra points gained. I see Truth has not come down pit road to get any of that damage fixed with that head-on collision with the wall.
Yeah, he's working with it. He's gonna do what he has to make it through the course of the event, I guess. So.
Yeah, I mean, get to the first pit stop and see how bad the damage is. See if he can get any of it repaired while under caution, and then trying to maybe save the fast repair in case something late in the race happens. But that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's not gonna help out any for sure. It's flagging quite a good bit, so we'll see. Stephen Lachelle right now, your race leader, has not won a race since race 1 at Auto Club. So it's something to keep in mind here. He's looking pretty dominant tonight thus far. It's just a matter, he's almost got a full second lead over Brandon Puffenbarger.
Well, that's what I was just going to say too. If Luttrell ends up picking up the win here tonight, we're going to have to ask him if his opinions of the track have changed and whether or not he still wants a bass tournament going on here.
Well, I'm sure he still does it. I think he might find it a little more fun than what he's doing right now. So I don't know if the opinion would change. Last night Sean Dunaway walked away with the race in the Xfinity Series. Definitely, unfortunately, not part of this race tonight at Darlington, as he completely, dominated. Just killed the competition at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
I was supposed to be in that race, and then funny story, I forgot what day of the week it was.
Sean Dunaway won by almost 10 full seconds. Green-White-Checkered was a 10-second lead.
Domination. Cody Benelli up there in the wall in 19.
He's going to try to cut back down. He's going, whoa, boy.
A little bit of close quarter racing between the 19 and the 20.
He's still
earlier into that deal.
He did. No caution. The lady in black is not a fan of yellow flags, but she will dish out the disqualifications.
Yeah.
Talk about a pun. Well, they used to do graphics, so talk about the point standings coming into tonight's event here. I'm not necessarily graphic up, I want to cover up the action on the racetrack, so just something to talk about here. Andrew Teft, your point leader. Should be. Yep, okay. I'm in the right one. I always find myself in the not looking at the Gen 4 Cup standings. I'm always looking at the back the next gens from last season. But Andrew Teft, the point leader, with 173 points. Excuse me. That's 335 total laps that he has. Cody Benelli is second with 159 points. Stephen Luttrell, your current race leader, is third in points right now with 152 points. So this would drastically help him out. Chris Stouffer in fourth with 150 points. And a tight points battle there. Running at your top 5 in points is Alex Gates. He's got 149 points there. That is a 1-point gap between him and Christopher. Looking back now, Alex Teft is in 6th with 146 points. Kyle has the 7th. He's got 142 points. Troy Thomas was a big gainer last week. Up 7 spots last week. 134 points is where he sits at right now in 8th. Joshua Norton is 9th with 131 points. Truth Hook 1 point behind him. In 10th, running at your top 10, 130 points. Kirby Wayne Scott is 11th with 125 points. Patrick Millette 12th, 123 points. Another 1-point gap there. Timothy Osborne's 13th with 122 points. Got a tie here from 14th. Dennis Kane and Barry Nelson both at 118 points apiece. 16th, Terry Fennell's got 113 points. Rolling back now, 17th man, Brandon Puffenbarger lost a lot of spots last week, so he probably was not part of that race. Looks like 3 starts, I believe. He missed a race, but he's going to try to make up for that tonight. As you see another driver in the wall there. I believe that's the 24 of Josh Norton that got in the wall. But 107 points, Brandon Puffenbarger 17th, lost 11 spots by not showing up last week. Aaron Rowland is 18th with 105 points, 19th Curtis Ecker with 99, and Kinsley Smith rounds out the top 20 with 96 points, but Kinsley Smith not here, going to take a hit there as we saw how bad it hurt Brandon Puffenbarger for missing a race last week.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to show up. I mean, I have no room to talk because, like I said, I forgot what day of the week it was yesterday. I didn't race last night, so that's going to hurt me in the points.
You and Dakota must be sharing the same range zone.
Yeah, I was going to say, big hit right there for the 31 Parker.
He was up against the wall there in the last corner, too, so it seems like the car's just tight, and they're trying to figure out how to keep him down out of the wall.
Yeah, I mean, that's I would say kind of what I've been hearing. Like I said, throughout, basically all the series that are running Darlington this week is it's loose in, loose off, tight in the center. And like I said, you got to run that really awkward, kind of like a diamond pattern around this track, and if you don't hit it right, you're gonna meet the wall pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean Darlington don't get along. Let's safe to say that. See, in my head,
I share the same sentiments about the place as what Stephen Luttrell did before the race started. Fill it with water and throw bass in it.
31 once again on the outside wall. He had to kind of ride the wall all the way down the straightaway to be able to get off of it safely and to get back to doing what he was doing. And it seems like he's going to lose another spot. Looks like Timothy Osborne's going to look to the inside here. Yeah, I can't see from the dirt perspective. Looks like 31s that come down pit road may have gotten some damage there. Substantial enough that he's going to need to see his crew. And Chitoke looking to the way inside. What's going on with the 55? I know he was.
They're just getting out of the way. He's still got damage there from that.
Yep, he's still
down pit road.
Yeah, he's coming to get fixed now. He's having enough. 1 meter peg. Yeah, for me, the way these corners are, you said diamond line. We're going to dirt track this thing around. I'm going to go in at the bottom. I'm going to back the car against the outside wall, and then we're going to drive straight off the corner. That's what I see when I think diamond. You're going to drive in, let the car pitch up, throttle up real hard, rotate, and drive down the racetrack, diamond that thing off. That's what some of these guys are going to do on the high side. They're going to have to be very, very finesse on the throttle pedal and the brakes to get their cars to rotate and perform the way they want them to here at Darlington.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you get on that throttle too soon, it's going to shoot you right up to the wall.
Ooh, I don't know if he actually hit that. If that was a car, tires have enough air pressure in them. I think the suspension on the bottom of these cars, maybe some of the chassis components are on the racetrack in the middle of the corner.
Oh yeah, we're dragging. We're definitely dragging. These things sit low.
Super low. Well, things are going by quick, fast, and hurry. 78 laps to go. We're working lap 27 in the books here already, and still the other 2 drivers out of this race. Fortunately, Aaron Marquis, Aaron Rowland have taken their cars to the trailers. Everybody else is still here hanging out and having I ain't gonna say a good time, but they're having a time of it here at Darlington for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't say that they're having a fun time or a good time, but they're definitely having a time.
Yeah, hopefully they're having a better time. I don't know. It's more fun up here in the booth watching them try to drive these. Still, the 36 is definitely on the wall that time. That was a wall banging moment for the 36.
say we've got about probably 8 or 9 laps here before we see first round of green flag pit stops. So, I mean, these tires, depending on the tire wear, could be really having an effect. I mean, want to be wanted to see what the pit strategy is going to be like here for tonight.
Well, it depends on how bad they're really wearing them tires out. I mean, looking now, Stephen Luttrell's he's only back probably about a second, and it's only about 1 1/4 second slower than his best time of the day so far.
Yeah, so the fall off is pretty substantial.
It is, but it seems like it's across the board happening to everybody. So, but look at how your leaders are spaced out away from the rest of the field. And Andrew Teft is back now, almost 4 seconds from your race leader. But Stephen Luttrell, Brandon Puffenbarger are checking out. It looks like as long as they keep things going, as Alex Gates is coming to pit road, and he has a couple other drivers going with him. I believe he's actually maybe stalled out down there. May have lost control of it. Yes, he did. I don't think he meant to go. He wasn't coming to pit road. He spun and it triggered him on the pit road. Now what happened on 77? Take a look here.
Rough night getting a little bit worse.
I think he was coming to pit road, and it's.
Oh yeah, he did. He was coming to pit road, but he hit the commitment line, but didn't realize that was as hard of a left as it was. I guess he's coming again. We'll try it again.
Yep, that's an awkward way to hit that, but I guess the best way to do it, maybe. Ooh, that was not successful either. He's gonna. There's a pretty lady down there at the end of the pit road in need of a tow.
Yeah, he's gonna have to tow. He blew that engine up. He we have to tow and use a patch repair. Man, his night just keeps getting worse.
Back it up, bring it on home.
Well, I think this entry here, you gotta kind of come in wider than what you think you do, or arc that entry onto pit road itself more than what you do. Because I mean, he just wrapping that wall on the bottom like that, but it kind of
it sucks itself back
in towards the infield once you actually hit the commitment line there. So if you're not aware of it, that we say the wall will come up on you quick, those barrels will come up on you quick.
It sure did. It was very quick, fast, in a hurry, and that was a very abrupt smash against the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Alex has decided to load it up on the hauler.
Sadly, that was a rough lick there. He'll be our second victim of the night. See, now Roland didn't turn any laps. He's just, unfortunately, that's not going to be giving him any points for that at all. Sorry about that, sneeze. Another car getting looser. That is the Barry Nelson.
Barry coming down pit road here. See how much wider he's taking it. See if Luttrell's coming. See how much wider that they're taking it.
Yeah, that's still
it's
so iffy.
It's an awkward entry to pit road right there. It's a little bit different.
La-di-da-di, everybody, and come to pit road. And we got a lot of drivers coming down pit road right now. It's time for service here in New York. You got 37 laps in. Everybody taking it kind of cautiously as they come to pit road here, get the service in. See how it goes here. See Andrew Teft in the 98 Miller Lite sponsored ride as you pull into his box. And I think everybody's so gracefully going to make it in here, and we'll see the right sides up. Luttrell's already worked on his left sides. He's down and away. You know, everything looks so gingerly on this end of pit road here. Race leader right now is Troy Thomas. Unless anybody else having issues getting to pit road at the moment. Let's see how this goes.
Looks like Troy's going to try to play a longer game here than what everybody else is trying to do.
Josh made his entry there. Kyle Hess is able to make it. He bounced back to Troy Thomas. You see Trey was out there up there against the wall. Looks like Alex Tuck was able to make his way to pit road as well. So he's coming back out now. And here comes Troy Thomas. Yep, man, that was an awkward bounce too. He's holding that tight.
Yeah, don't hit the barrels, Troy. Don't hit the barrel. There, yeah.
Steven Luttrell will take back to the race lead here when he comes back around. Should be able to get there. He's working his way off at 2. Troy's still currently racing. He had a good little stretch there over Steven. Steven did pit, so Troy will have fresher tires, but he's not going to be able to get back. Steven's already taken the race lead here as they roll down to 1 and 2. So he passed the race lead, populated on the board. Troy Thomas will lose a lot of positions there. He's rolling off the pit road now.
Man, that's not what you want to see. He was the leader. Matt Mettler there in the 311, blinking like crazy, completely gone.
Yeah, you know, the Wi-Fi hustler's got his days at McDonald's parking lot's not doing any justice tonight.
I remember saying maybe instead of McDonald's, maybe he's at the Wendy's parking lot.
Maybe the Motel 6. Now look at Brandon Sanfilippo out there. Posting
Laying
the
down a
fastest
fast
lap
lap.
so far, yeah. Oh, caution's out.
We got a yellow.
issues.
We got the 31 hard into the outside wall. The 86, Kyle Hess.
Rough, tough break there. Kyle Hess, hard enough to get a meatball flag, too. That's a crusher. Him and, just like Jeffrey Parker involved in this as well. That's who the 31 is. 31 around, 86 bang. Oh.
I was going to say, it looked like the 31 got the bumper from the 8. And then
Could have been Ellie barely squeaked by there.
86, nowhere to go. Man, tough break for the 86, Kyle Hess. There's nowhere to go.
That was a tough lick for him. He's going to have to tow. And that's, he was already having a rough go of it as it is. Already 2 laps down. Nowhere to go there coming off the corner. Just being in the line of fire.
We got our first caution here, so we won't be going flag to flag here tonight.
No, but it'll play. I don't know how it's gonna adjust the strategy of things though.
Yeah, but look at this. Brandon Puffenbarger coming down pit road. I think Steven Luttrell decided to stay out.
In the cockpit view of the 86. You got twice. 3 times actually. Once you got hit, put in the wall, and then it just drove to the wall as it slowed down. But still a rough look. So you can see the lights are on in the infield care center and ambulance there. I'm out to check on the drivers. Everybody seems that they're gonna be all right. We'll catch back up here and see what these drivers decide to do under caution here.
Oh, it's up Puffenbarger there, deciding to pit again from P2. Race leader Luttrell staying out. Alex Teft staying out. Kahn staying out. I'm pretty sure Stouffer came down. He's going to cycle out to P4. Andrew Teft came down.
Yep.
So the top 3 decided to stay out on the tires that they just came down and got.
Yeah, that may be a fuel mileage game. They could be deciding that they wanted some fuel to try to switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, I was saying, I wonder what the strategies was there for a lot of those guys. Whether they they took tires there. Whether they took tires there after just taking tires about 7 laps ago, or if they just went fuel only just to top the tank off.
Yeah, it could both ways. They're trying to figure out how to manipulate the tire strategy, being a couple laps newer tires, and some
I
of
was
these
gonna say, and
guys.
I think by looking at the lineup here, I think there were some differing strategies because I know, like the 14 to Patrick Millette, I'm pretty sure the 46, the Stoford came down, and they got way out, or out way in front of Puffenbarger, who's currently the last car on the lead lap. So I'm assuming Puffenbarger came down and took tires.
And that's very, very possible here. Well, looks like we got Andrew Tuff with a potential 2-tire stop too.
Say Stouffer got fuel only, Thomas got fuel only, Fennel took fuel only. Everybody else took 4 tires. Except for Truth, he just came down and fixed his busted up machine. But Kirby, Puffenbarger, looks like, well, it says Puffenbarger got repairs, but I'm not sure that he had damage. But I don't know. Looks like we're getting ready to go back green flag racing.
Probably in the wall with him as well as green flag back out. Stephen Luttrell, good jump on the outside. Alex Tepp hanging on to the second position right now is Robert Kahn in the number 20 Chevrolet, hanging on to the third spot. Christopher in fourth. Looks like that restart, the loud pedal of Stephen Luttrell catching a few of these drivers off guard, and a few of them is a little bit sleepy there on that restart.
Yeah, and this is going to be fun to watch, see how these guys are able to do on this restart with those pressure tires. Is it going to be loose? Are they going to be all right? I mean, so far it looks like we're single filed out here probably for about the top 10, but got a couple more side-by-side action going on, but a little bit further back in the field. But other than that, looks like everybody's going to get away good and clean.
Yeah, looking off the nose of Andrew Tuft right now is that corner exit. It's good job. Oh, caution.
We got, what was that? Josh Norton, 24 around. Oh, Matt Medler just got killed by Terry Fennel.
Oh, man, yeah, that's, oof.
Truth got killed.
A lot of, double tap. Sorry if I got into the back of the hook there. It's quite a few incidents along the ways of that one.
That was a wreck that just kept on wrecking.
Somebody put on the Arca brakes. So this all started off the 24 and the 31. And poof. Big hit there for the 311 from the 50 machine. You know, the one guy that has the worst internet ever is the one that comes through.
Yeah, probably a little bit of.
I know. I heard Metler talking when you're in.
Oh yeah, I mean he was just talking about the wreck there. So you can't see the back of his car, but he's assuming he's killed. Considering he was nose planting off of the asphalt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's killed too.
Actually, the back of his car probably looks better than the nose of his car. Did he already pit? He has not been nose box yet. There he goes. It don't look too bad. Oh, wait a minute. The trunk's flapping.
Yeah, the trunk's flapping.
And get a couple new pins and some bracing, and looks good all over again. Stephen Luttrell, and look at Alex Tuft up here. We'll take a moment to thank all the sponsors that make this possible. We have 213simwares.com, Admin Box, and then we have a few network sponsors in there as well. Bristol Power Washing LLC, GoPro, GTR Simulators, Insurance Centers Incorporated, Jimar Services, KS Designs, Matt's Pizza Shop, Moza Racing, America Tees, AmericaTees.com, Nitro Lubricants, Renegade Race Fuel, Slick Products USA, all these fantastic companies that keep us going here with the Racers Elite Network and Hardy Sports TV. Terry Fennell's being credited with the cause of caution. So that pop up there on the screen, something new we got going on here. And Andrew for having us aboard, and all the different broadcast affiliates that come along to bring you guys this action here on the Racers Elite Network. Alongside, I'm also live on Hardy Sports TV on Facebook and YouTube as well. So, thank you guys for tuning in out there on the broadcast, and checking things out here as we showcase the events held by Racers Elite.
So that pace car dropping off. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Steve Luttrell in the 36. Alex Tept in the 43 going to lead him back to green.
And green it is, lap 50, and man, this field's a little shorter.
Yeah, it's getting a little less and less as we continue on.
We lost Kyle Hess, which we were aware of his toe, but he is loaded up and gone. Ooh, that was the part on the wall there.
Say Sam Flippo on the 12 getting on the wall.
Yeah, I think there's another driver behind. Maybe the 31 on the wall. We'll see. They weren't that far apart. It may have been Dennis Kane or Eisburn that was in the wall.
Say Andrew Tept looking to maybe make it 3 wide there, but thought better of it. Probably a good idea, but he's looking to move forward here in a second.
Yeah, he's standing really loose off that corner. It's you want to make passes, but you don't want to make them bad enough that you're going to take yourself and somebody else out too at the faster curve. You keep it in your back pocket for as long as you can, but it's definitely easy to lose.
Oh, absolutely, especially here at Darlington. I mean, you know where the best place to pass here at Darlington is? It's on the freeway before you get to the track.
That's hard contact 31 on the outside. Always able to keep going. Does not gather anybody up. Single file. Throughout the field, everybody I think they're losing their angst there to keep this thing going as quickly as they were.
Yeah, I mean, we're closing in on halfway. We're just past halfway here now, so we're getting right to halfway. Right. Yeah. So, the first half of the race, the calm has come and gone, but the storm is rapidly approaching.
Yeah, it's either the storm or these guys are probably going to want to start settling themselves down so they can actually finish this. Ooh, hard contact as you say that.
There.
Sure
that,
was.
Patrick and what? 14? Can't tell. I guess.
Well, he looks like he's going to line up and do it again. There was rough.
Yeah, running that high line is a tricky part to not hitting that wall.
Puffenbarger was all the way up there in the center of the corner when he did it. To round it off nice. Ooh, car around. That's 31 sideways. Ooh, man, Puffenbarger just got smoked.
It's like the 31 involved in that again, Jeffrey Parker.
Nelson got involved.
Looks like Truth Hope, well. Truth Hope possibly involved again too.
Barry. Somehow I ain't figured out how that happened.
Like maybe the 24 gets into the back bumper of the 31 here. Sends him around. Truth was in there.
It was pretty straight there. What happened to Barry Nelson? Oh.
All. Barrels.
Ouch.
Can't park there, Barry.
Everybody, it's the different angles getting in here just kills everybody. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it
and
looked like he was trying to come down pit road, and
caught him off guard.
yeah,
You just can't practice pit road enough at Darlington. That's what I'm going with.
no, definitely not.
See this is the safest time to come to pit road.
Yeah, absolutely.
Under caution, you're already slowed down. It's perfect. I got a feeling we're gonna see the 24 of Josh get the penalty for causing the incident here. I'm not sure how that's. We'll see what race control throws out there.
Yeah, as I say, the 24 is gonna get the cause here.
From our point of view.
Yeah, I say that's his second of the night. So see what drive through here for him.
Unless it turns out to be a racing deal that we couldn't see from our angle.
I'm pretty sure race control already called that out. So
10-4. And Terry Phil gets a lucky dog.
Be the looks like 24 is going to be the one getting the extra penalty, and 50 is going to get the lucky dog. Get back at least one lap down. I think he's only one lap down, but.
Huh.
Say, well, we got a little bit of a break in the action here. Let's go to the YouTube chat and see what we got going on in here. See the Stephen Luttrell fan club's in the house as per always. Or William, thanks for coming in again. Double Charger saying Puff will be strong tonight. Absolutely, he's been showing speed. Gonna have to work his way up there from the back after a kind of an off pit decision there, but see if he can get back up front. Should be a good night or good tonight. Love Thursdays. Just get to be a fan and watch. Yeah, me too. I love watching these guys. Joe Bonner in the house. Let's go LJG Racing 14, 19, 26. Well, 14's running P3 right now, so he's doing pretty good. Cody's been in a couple of little things, but nothing too major. Currently inside the top 10. And pretty good runs today.
So far, except for the 26, which is the 24 that's back in the 18th position right now.
Yeah, you've been struggling.
Pace car is off, and we'll go back to green here momentarily as the field working their way down the front straight in the restart zone. We will go green.
Try with another great jump there on the start.
Fantastic way into 1 and 2, and drivers up against the wall here, unfortunately.
Oh. Now I'm watching Tony Benelli and Henry Eisman now got really close.
Real tight battles here going on. Still playing with the wall. Oh my, look at the 31. He's putting that thing up against the wall. He drove it down off the corner, but man, that's tight. Him and the 20 back there of Robert Kahn. That battle.
Trying to get the jump on the restarts, try to get as many spots as you can before things settle out. But
the eyes been sideways is up against the caution for
well,
that.
92. So we've seen that exact same wreck happen twice tonight. And no yellow was thrown.
Yep, and that's
but now it gets yellow.
Yep. I wonder if...
iRacing.
I'm starting to wonder... race control's not supposed to throw it, but I'm starting to wonder if they were starting to complain that it was happening and it was cleaning itself up. But actually, this one here, not really being a he had a little help. So, I mean...
Well, yeah. I mean...
That might have been why.
92 looked like 92 got into the wall a little bit. And nowhere for the 46 to kind of go and check up in time, so... Maybe just because of that small contact is why they threw it, but as we saw two self call it quote unquote self spins, no caution, but
yeah, it could be the simple fact that there's another. I recently saw another vehicle involved, another driver, so erred on the side of caution and decided, hey, this might be something we need to throw it for.
Yeah,
that could be the deciding factor, and just the fact of having a 2-car incident.
Yeah.
Versus the single
even if it was just like a 0x, maybe just the fact that it triggered a 0x would be enough to trigger it for a caution.
Very well, it could be.
Oh man, looks like another victim claim tonight. Unfortunately, Truth Hoke packing it up and heading home.
Yep, it's another tough break there. Truth Hook, Barry Nelson, Kyle Hess, Alex Gates, Aaron Marquis. All victims here of the Lady in Black tonight. That's exciting. We still got 43 laps to go, too.
Oh yeah, as I said, the intensity is going to pick up here just a little bit. You know, as the rest of this race goes on. I mean, depending on how many cautions we keep getting, they may be able to make it to the end without having to pit again. But I mean, if we go green, still got at least one more pit stop to make here.
Well, if they make another 7 or 8 laps and the caution comes out, they can go to the end. Then business is gonna get the business end of things are gonna become a little more upfront.
Yeah, for sure. What we got here? Run over racing. Look like Barry hit the turn 2 pit entrance. Yeah, yeah. That's the second time we've seen that tonight, and just to pick on him because I like to pick on him. That's just Barry doing Barry things.
Mm-hmm.
I love picking on Barry. I'm like semi teammates with Barry on Wednesday nights, and we bust on him all night long. It's fun.
It's always great to have fantastic camaraderie to bicker back and forth over through a race. The banter keeps it fun.
For sure. Yeah.
And an EOL for the 92 at Timothy Asburn, which we saw coming, so pull out a line there. He had gained positions there on the pit road and have to give up those spots as he goes back. Still on the lead lap, the 92 is. So we still got quite a few on the lead lap. Back to 16th, I believe, Troy Thomas.
Yeah, Troy's the last car out of the lead lap. Terry Fennell, caution comes out. Looks like Terry will get the wave around and get back on the lead lap.
Pace car back to pit road, and Stephen Luttrell go back to the green here is simply allowing that little bit of gap there so you can see him. Another dealer not having 3 monitors or a VR where you can stay side by side. You use that relative, it's kind of hard. Keep him right at that 0.0 second gap margin just to stay with them, but you got to also be able to hear and see when they take off to get a good restart.
Yeah, that's one of the things I always struggle with on iRacing is being able to try to time the restarts when restarting from P2.
Yeah, it's hard to time. You don't know it. You just kind of got to listen. That split second gives him one heck of an advantage. He's out there by half a second.
Yeah, being the control car, I mean, it gives you all the advantage in the world.
Yeah, little caution's out again. This has got the
yellow.
92. Osborne's involved again.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, late. Looks like 92 in the 4. Dennis Kane.
Got here. Oh, just hard into the corner. 92 got into the 50 at Fennell, and Troy Thomas also getting involved in this little piece of the action. Not a terrible wreck, but just unfortunate. Bad area of the racetrack to be having to slow down abruptly. I've been having a hard time getting corrected and going the right way here. So get that turned back around.
Yeah, it looked like he came up on the on Terry pretty quick there and had to really try to get on the binders and just not able to really get on him enough, and then ended up taking the 4 car Dennis Kane with him. Welcome to Darlington.
Very much, very much.
I see a couple of takers for pit road. Andrew Teff coming down. Maybe with the amount of cautions that we've been having here, maybe thinking that this might be the last pit stop. Maybe we're going to try to stretch it out here. in typical Andrew Teft fashion, pull this into a fuel mileage race.
No one he may. We're right on the bubble right now at 38 laps to go.
Yeah, that's what I said. With the the cautions that we've been getting, might be safe to assume you can make it from here.
If you pit right now, you probably can. There's probably some people looking at that now thinking, man, I probably should have pitted. There's probably some thinking they could make it now, just under the cautions. So,
Well, as I said, depending on how much you're able to save over the course of a yellow, I mean, you keep getting them. If you're clutching or shutting the car off.
Terry Fennell got hit under that in that caution that gave the lucky dog to Josh Norton Jr.
Oh yeah, because he would have been the next in line. He was involved in it. So yeah, unfortunate there.
Yeah, Josh, big luck there. He was 3 laps down to make that 2 now. So he's headed in the right direction.
Now we'll have a. I was gonna say now that'll put him 1 lap down, so that'll put him actually into a battle with the 50 car to be in that lucky dog spot. At the next caution. Providing the 2 of them are positive.
Right. And unfortunately, if the 24 is part of the next caution, I believe his race is probably shot. We'll put him on his 3rd penalty if it were.
Depending on
the fault, yeah.
Yeah, the fault, yeah.
Tell you what, San Felipe started 14th. Currently in 2nd.
Brandon had himself a good race. I mean, Brandon's kind of weird, or kind of. I've always found it weird that Brandon is usually really good at the awkward tracks. And I'm not saying that Darlington is awkward, but awkward I mean like non-traditional cookie cutter type of track. He usually always finds himself up front in these kinds of races. Oh, we got a whole gaggle back here. Cody Benelli, Alex Teff, 31, Andrew Teff.
Oh yeah, they're all right in there together.
Yeah. Guys getting to the wall again. Andrew Teff with a heck of a slider there on the 31 I just saw. Man, he's loose off there. Man, he's trying. He's pushing it.
I got on my way there. You got past me there. Okay. I was having fun following around with the camera angles. We were hitting it pretty spot on and until they started getting into the wall, and then we lost sight of them. Tell you what, Brandon San Felipe, fastest lap of the race, 29.149, was a while back, and has stayed that way here. Is 29.415 last time by for him. So we'll see. Stephen Luttrell, 29.276 last time by. He could get down there, but man, he missed his marks last time around 29.591.
Yeah, I mean, Luttrell, kind of putting on a clinic here at Darlington tonight. Started outside the front row there to start. Got a great launch on the initial start. On the exit of 2, took the lead. Has not looked back since.
I think he's trying to save fuel. He still only has 1 pit stop. Stephen Luttrell does. Last time he came down pit road was lap 37. So he's got a ways to go yet here, and he may or may not make it on fuel. That's a long way to stretch it. So yeah, the cautions may help out, but it's not.
Well, I don't know if you can save 70 laps of fuel.
No, that'd be kind of wild. I mean, he's had time to be able to do it.
But I was gonna say it would be, but I'm assuming that he's trying to hold that off and try to hope for a caution where other guys are going to come down and have the fresh tires. But I don't know, man. I mean, to not pit in 40 plus laps. Oh, Puffenbarger hard to the outside wall.
We're still rolling.
Still rolling. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't know about the strategy. Staying out this long. I mean, I get it. The under caution, the fuel lasts longer, but I mean, why not come down and get some tires? Get some good shoes on that car.
Well, John is showing you they really need it. You still got a half a second every San Filippo. That's tight.
Yeah, I mean, just probably really easy with his wheel inputs and probably helping him a little bit. Oh! 92, Timothy Eisman, 24.
Yeah, there's the caution. I was like, man, that's
going to be it for somebody, I think, because I think both of them are two faults there so far.
I don't think it was either their fault. I think the 31 may be the one. Maybe. Let me see how this played out. All right, up to 24. Okay. Dennis Kane got a piece of it late.
Yep.
So yeah, that may be the end of it.
See what happens here. What the call is.
Pack your knapsack. Time to go for a walk. Yeah, that's a crowd if I never seen one before. Not saying
he's got really.
Obviously wasn't on purpose, but
really
just
tight
tight.
Right there.
Yeah,
They got really tight. Walked right up into the 92.
And that could be ruled as a racing incident too. But I mean, you gotta
could be
benefit of the doubt and hopefully not get. No, that's
our leader has come down pit road. So
looked like the red lights were on at the end of pit road there too. That's the pit road closed. I don't know. That was kind of odd.
I don't know. I was gonna say there's a bunch of cars, coming down. Well, luckily he was able to stay out of it here, and the 50 cars going. Terry Pennell going to get the lucky dog here on this caution and get his lap back, get himself back on the lead lap.
Yeah, that very, very fortunate for him this time that he was able to keep the car clean, and
that happened right in front of him.
He'll be the beneficiary here on this one. And we were talking about fuel mileage and keeping fuel in the car, and looks to be that our race leader has come down pit road as he gets some fuel to take him to the end of this race.
Yeah, I mean Andrew Teff coming on that last caution, he's going to assume the lead here. Matt Medler, he's had his struggles here tonight. He's going to find himself running the P2.
And unfortunately, yes, Joshua Norton was charged for fault for that caution. His race is done. That is his third at fault for this race. And, even the SRX Series race on Monday didn't really go his way, and that was an odd track with his cars as well. We had a plagued race, and a couple drivers made it to the end. A couple actually crashed out, didn't actually get a chance to fault out. But Josh Norton Jr. faulted out here tonight, and he will join the trailer list on his own accord, but unfortunately another driver locked out of this event. So
I was say I think I heard Timothy Eisman say he had too much damage too, and his night was pretty much done.
I believe Dennis Kane might be on that list too. We'll see. Eisman is actually on pit road. He may be getting some damage fixed. Not sure about the 92. Is lights down the iRacing.com official pace car. Looks like Osborne's going to come back out on the racetrack. Dennis Kane's still waiting repairs.
I'd say maybe trying to just come out and get that position from Josh.
And he might as the green flag's back out. Andrew Tuff, great jump on that start. Look who's, the Wi-Fi hustler, Flash Gordon himself in the 331. It's in the second, or 311 is still in the second spot now. We'll see how that plays out, especially as tight as these corners are. If he blinks at the wrong time, he might find himself checking out that inside wall, the trailer park off of turn 2.
Yeah, exactly. We see Stephen Luttrell there at 36, got those fresh go-go's, and saw him get really loose on the exit of 2 that first lap there. He's going to have to let those tires come in. Try to make the charge. We got 25 laps to go here. See if he can make the charge back to the front now that he's in some dirty air. Be interesting to see how he's able to do with the dirty air.
Just gotta see how he goes. He definitely got a lot of damage. The front end of that car is not in one piece. Right there's a good shot of it. All right, back to the action here. Maybe it'll let me.
Oh, 36 in the wall. Pretty good. Oh, 5. Puffenbarger going to do a little bit of help into the inside wall. No caution.
Gonna stay green, so
Looks like he might have got the. I was saying, looks like he might have gotten a bump from the 46 there. 46 apologizing.
Yeah, Christopher really competitive racer here.
I'm not sure if Puff got a little loose, maybe, and just not enough time for the 46 to check up.
He's still rolling, so that's good.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think he hit the inside wall as hard as we've seen others hit it tonight. Might have just a little bit of aero damage, but
well, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, he got a little pole damage to the nose. Oh, they got a little bit of the wall, but
yeah, that Monte Carlo's a little triangulated in there in the center.
Yeah, they'll be looking for a new sticker. Andrew Tuft making it look good out front. And Sanfilippo trying to reel him in.
I would say Sanfilippo's coming.
He sure is. Taz is looking. Taz is leading the way.
Yeah, I would say a little bit lap by lap. The 12 cars making a little bit of ground.
You can't do it all at once. You'll kill any chances you have of getting around somebody if you kill it getting there.
Yeah, he's there. He's coming. See Patrick Millette there, the 14, able to get around Mettler, the P3. How about the Nitrous Cowboy? Troy Thomas running P5. Having a good run here in the latter stage of the race. He struggled there for a little bit at the beginning of the race, but able to work himself up to the top 5. Sanfilippo's trying to find the line here. We'll go to the inside of Andrew Tuft, battle for the lead. Coming down into turn 1 and see if he can send it and clear him.
He didn't send it. Tuft's going to use the outside line to his advantage here off the corner, and looks like he's going to prevail with the lead as they get back and forth.
I don't know. I'll say Sanfilippo's not going anywhere. He's still side by side going into 3.
The driver loving to see this is at number 14 right behind him, Patrick Millette, looking at this. He's going to close in as these drivers try to be cautious about their corner exits. And that's going to allow the 14 to suck right up to the back of the 98 machine. This is going to be a 3-way battle for the lead. We got 18 laps to go, and the heat is on as he's going to be able to clear him. Now Sanfilippo takes the race lead. And here comes the 14 of Millette. He does not like what he sees now because now Sanfilippo's going to try to run away with this. He's definitely going to push the bar as far as he can now. He's able to get out there. Here comes Patrick Millette now. Going to look at the inside of the 98. He says, let me see if I can do this too.
Yeah, we got Miller Lite versus Miller Genuine Draft here coming up.
Right.
Got the Kurt Busch throwback to the Rusty Wallace throwback.
Flavor Busters battling on the racetrack.
Tell you what, 14 and 98 getting the battle here. This is allowing Brandon Sanfilippo to jump out to about a 1-second lead now.
He's definitely stretching it out now. He's trying to get in command of this race. Stephen Luttrell's trying to battle back, and that not pitting when everybody else does. I think really put the hindrance on the 36's performance here tonight. We'll see if he's got anything left in the tank throughout the course of the end of this race. With 16 laps to go. I'll tell you, we've had some drivers here really moving through the field as Brandon Sanfilippo is up 13 spots from 14th position to the lead. Troy Thomas is up from the, that's 18th position to 6th. Yeah, 18th to 6th is up 12 spots. Patrick Millette.
Nelly hugged the wall.
That was never good. He can battle back to the inside there in the 31 though. He must not hurt it too bad.
Yeah, I was saying this is where the problem lies for Steven Luttrell. I mean, he's caught behind two guys trying to battle for position. It's giving him all this dirty air. It's not giving him really any room. 31 wet and loose. Not really giving the 36 any chance to even mount a recovery from that later pit stop. I mean, now he's just kind of mired back here in this dirty air, mired in traffic, getting to the wall. Man.
Yeah, he's led 72 laps today, so I mean.
Yeah, I was going to say, leading the most laps of the race to fighting for a top 10, to try to get a top 10 here in the last 14 laps, man. That's a tough late end. Whoa, 31 really loose right there again.
Well, if it was me in the 36, I think the 31 was going to find himself being really loose and trying to be really wide at the same time. You saw him kind of slide across the nose of the 36. 36 drags the brake, trying to drive under him on exit and not be able to get it done, but he had to pull it way down the racetrack and got loose there trying to keep it out of the 31.
Yeah, 31 running really defensive right now. Now the 36 and got himself under fire from the 20 at Con.
I'll lose a spot there. Yeah, it's a handful of aggravation. You see the aggravation getting to the dust of him there as he gets into the outside wall.
Now he's under fire again. Kirby Wainscott. Yep, Kirby Wainscott in 10. Just a rough last 25 laps here for the 36, unfortunately.
Yeah, the fastest
Looked
5-lap average on your screen now.
I said it just looked like 36 was going to run away with this thing, and then the pit strategy, the differing pit strategies coming into effect again. 31 hard to the outside wall right there.
Open the door for the 20 to go on the outside. San Felipe still with the race lead, and he's out by a second and a half down to Patrick Millette with 11 laps to go.
Yeah, just kind of able to set it in cruise control now here. I mean, on the line, making it 10 to go. Got a nice, comfortable lead here, second and a half. Kind of just manage the gap, try not to make any mistakes, and bring home the win from Darlington.
And San Felipe looking for the win here for his team. Driving Extreme Inc. I know there's more than just that. Like, one of them's got a period in it, the other one doesn't. I have to fix that. I'm sure there's more than one here for Driving Extreme Inc. Patrick Millette out here as a individual driver, as well as some others there. Christopher also part of that list. Troy Thomas and Misfits. Andrew Tufted in the Chicken Coop Racing group. A few things there. As Brandon Sanfilippo continues the lead here with 8 laps remaining.
Yeah, I'm getting some breaking information here on the 36. It sounds like he's damaged the right front from slapping the wall too many times. I think, I think you need to tell your driver to stay off the wall just a little bit, buddy.
Just a little bit,
Tough.
it sounds like, yeah.
Tough. I mean, like I said, I was saying it earlier in the race. You get that wall just too many times. Even the light contact, you're gonna get wheel damage. You're gonna end up, fender flare. I mean, unfortunately, it seems like that's going to be the case here for the 36 late in this race after dominating the whole entire thing for the first, 70 plus laps.
Most definitely here. Let's see. Got a couple drivers that I don't think I have.
They've got a battle for the lead going on here with Sanfilippo and Patrick Millette. There was a very comfortable second and a half lead, and then all of a sudden it disappeared.
Very interesting to see how things kind of just go away over time.
Yeah, I would say I just, maybe the 12 got in the wall and I just happened to miss it while trying to read the chat or something. What I'm saying is more than a tap, you missed it. Oh, well. I've missed a lot of things lately, so yeah. Hell, I missed an entire race last night because I forgot what day of the week it was. I was supposed to race last night. I didn't even realize it until this morning. I was like, oh wait, I didn't race last night.
Oops.
A battle for the lead. Millette trying to look to the inside of San Filippo. Gotta hope that the 92 can get down out of the way. And he, oh no!
Nope, not quite. Phew. That's going to shake up the lead.
No.
Not something that you want to happen, but at least somebody will be happy in that group.
Yeah, and I know one person that's not happy right now.
You
Oh
know.
my lord.
You and me both.
Man, Iver just not able to turn down. He tried. He tried getting down to the apron and let those leaders by, but now Millette is just pounding the wall. Probably got some damage from that. Now he's going to be under fire from Christopher here for P2.
With 3 laps to go, too.
Insane.
2 to go.
Insane finish to this race. San Filippo on the wall. Millette's still able to keep the charge from Christopher at bay. Still running strong there in P2. San Filippo coming out of turn 4 here, looking for the white flag.
And the next one will be the checkered. Next,
We're in it now. We're in it now. .14 in the wall hard again. Under fire from the 46 for P2. Still gonna hold strong there on the outside for right now, but coming out of turn 4, Brandon San Filippo in that number 12, gonna bring it home, pick up the win here from Darlington. Looks like Patrick Millette's gonna be able to hold on to P2 over Christopher in third.
Curtis Ecker comes home 6th. Carbonelli 7th. Alright, we'll take a look at our podium here for interviews. Brandon San Filippo's celebrating down there on the front straightaway. His victory.
Yeah, great run all night long. Able to get up front there, battle for that lead, got it. I mean, I know we were going to be in for a heck of a battle between, between the 12 and the 14 there. Just, man, unfortunate circumstances with the lap car there of Timothy Eisbrun. Gave Brandon the gap that he needed to hold the lead until the end of the run. And man, I know we're going to be in for a heck of an interview when we bring Patrick Millette into here, into the booth, because I know he was the one that was not happy with what happened there, and kind of deservedly so, because I mean it kind of took his shot at fighting for this win kind of away, but he got the brunt end of it for the most part. But I mean, great run again all night long by Brandon San Filippo. Christopher made a good, really good strong run there at the end, get himself up there to third. So Andrew Teft finishing 4th. Troy Thomas, Nitrous Cowboy, able to hold on, come home 5th. Good top 5 finish by him tonight.
Okay, I'll talk to our 3rd place finisher tonight, Christopher. picking up the third place finish. A good run for him. I'm up here in the booth. Congrats to Chris on his third place finish tonight. A great win, or third place finish for you. So great podium is what I was trying to say. I was getting ahead of myself here. Things kind of got a little rough there at the end of that one.
Yeah, they did. Kind of everybody going for, getting everything that they could. And he just got a little loose, and I didn't have a lot of time to react there and got into the back of him. Not the way I'd, like to do it.
Yeah, it's a good third place finish for you though, and unfortunately for others, but fortunate for you and a benefactor picking up some spots and others. It's part of racing.
Yeah, this track jumps out and bites you. It's hard enough to run. It's one of my favorite tracks though because of that. Because you drive the track more than you drive other cars, but there at the end, yeah, tensions get a little heated, and I know the 14 car was in that battle for the lead. That lap car kind of came in there and messed it all up, and I gave him the spot back initially. I got a couple runs and figured I'd poke my nose in there even on the last lap, but just didn't have enough for him. He did that old what was that, Ross Chastain, and just kind of rode the wall a little bit and was able to keep his foot in it and just get around me.
Yeah, it was a great battle there for position as well. You can't say it was a lack of effort, and some great sportsmanship there to battle that back out for the end of that race. Russ, you got anything for Chris tonight?
Oh, just a strong run. I mean, you really weren't fighting there up front for a lot of the beginning of the race, but just like it's kind of like you said, you race the track more than you race the other cars, and sometimes it can be hard to do when you're doing that and other drivers aren't. But a solid night there tonight, and another podium finish for you. You had a great run there last week, and I know you're going to be sitting pretty close to the top of be getting pretty close to getting to the top of the points battle here. So, congrats on another great run here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, that I will say, the middle part of the race there was a lot of okay, there we go. Yeah, towards the middle part of that race there, it was very close, and as far as on fuel, so there was a lot of fuel strategy going on. I'm glad that the cautions felt didn't really come into play, the fuel strategy. So it just came down to the raw speed, and I feel bad for getting into Puff. He had the speed tonight. He was definitely the fastest car, one of the fastest cars out here. I wasn't going to be able to hang with him, so I was really surprised what happened there. I need to go back and look at it just to get a better idea myself. But I appreciate it, and I think shout out to 40racewear.com and Danielle, my kids, everybody. Hopefully watching. I got to go get the kids in bed now, but thank you for broadcasting and putting on the league. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Congrats on the third place finish once again. Hopefully, more podiums coming your way here as the season rolls forward.
Hopefully. Hope so.
Alrighty, Christopher picking up third place finish. We'll talk to second place finisher Patrick Millett, who had a run for the race lead, interrupted by lap traffic, but nonetheless a second place finich, up 11 spots, started
You and
13th, and still came up to P2. Congrats, Patrick, on a heartfelt second place finish.
Yeah, I mean, second's all right after I've had my own miscues on pit road. It seems like every race, I seem like I'm going pretty good and then do something stupid or spin out into the pit road cone and, yeah, just been dumb. And then, yeah, I was looking forward to racing when we were just talking about it. Looking forward to racing with Brandon. We both came from the back and seemed pretty good on tires there, and just a lap car not using the apron like you should, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's bad timing on the way things played out, and wrong place, wrong time. But still a great, still would have a stellar run, and just one spot shy of what you thought you were gonna have. It was looking up, and that's why we call it racing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not mad after the beginning of the season I've had and stuff. So, but I knew tracks like this, I'm pretty good at with tire wear and stuff, and just messed up on my qualifying run and put myself in a bad spot. But I think Brandon and I both were in the back, so yeah, it was fun. Even till the end there, I was mad for a little bit, but then I got over it.
Oh, yeah, you were able to capitalize, and you didn't really lose any spots there over it. So a good run and a great performance for the number 14 Chevrolet today.
Yeah, it's good to run with that nice Rusty Wallace throwback. So
Yeah,
thanks to Andrew, and thanks to you guys, and thanks to Chris too for racing me there. At the end when I was over driving and being angry. So, but yeah, congratulations, Brandon.
Yeah, I was talking about the paint schemes earlier when you were making that pass on Andrew. I go, we've got the Miller Lite versus the Miller Genuine Draft. So we got the Kurt Busch versus the Rusty Wallace. And
I've looked at that car all year, and I didn't even think about it when I was going by. And that's a good point. I wish I would have thought about it because it would have made me laugh.
yeah. As soon as you got to the inside of them to start a battle, I go, oh, we got the Miller Lite versus the Miller Genuine Draft.
Tank versus tank, side by side. Heck yeah, fun times, man. It's a great performance, great race. Anybody you'd like to thank help you pick up a podium here tonight at Darlington, the Lady in Black?
Just thanks to my teammates there, Cody and Josh. We're kind of bounce stuff off each other on practice and stuff and help each other out. So Cody found out some stuff and kind of helped me through 3 and 4. So thanks to those boys, and thanks to you guys and Andrew, and see you guys next week.
All right, congrats on the P2, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
See you guys.
All right, we'll catch up now to Brandon Sanfilippo, your race winner. Brandon, a long-awaited charge from Patrick Millett ended in near catastrophe with lap traffic, but able to kind of seal the deal, driving away from that incident.
Yeah, that was a close one. That would have been a heck of a battle those last few laps. I had it was like a second and a half, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm pretty good here. And all of a sudden, he started catching me like 2/10. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I must have burned up my right front somewhere. I know I was pushing up too much in 2 and 3, or excuse me, 3 and 4, and that's where he eventually got under me. So I think that's where it was. But yeah, that would have been a heck of a battle. I was hoping we could do that. We definitely had a fast car at the end, but take the win, take the points for sure. And overall, it was a fun race.
It was definitely fun from here in the booth, as well as what I'm sure it was on the racetrack, except for the aggravated drivers that couldn't quite get everything dialed in the way they wanted. But Russ, that was a great race that we watched. Anything for our race winner, buddy?
No, man, it's just a heck of a run for you. I mean, you had you started close to the back,
14th.
and then you just kind of you kept at it throughout the entire day, and and I mentioned it during the broadcast, and I don't know if it's something that you do specifically, but I said it just seems like when we come to any of these like non-traditional, cookie cutter mile and a half, just you come to these awkward tracks, you just find a way to make something work, and you're up front.
Yeah, something with the mile and a halves I like, and Darlington always ran decent. I think this is my first Darlington win. It's just I think I've really dialed in the patience. I think that really helped me save tires there. And that first green flag run we had, I started catching the leader, so I was like, okay, I have something with this line here. But got a little too excited, I guess, at the end and started pushing it and thought I was good. So lesson learned there to stay focused in my line regardless. But yeah, definitely doing well in these 1 mile and a halfers. Hopefully I could translate that into some short tracks and we'd have something here.
Yeah, there you go. And I was talking too about trying to think of. Oh, when you were talking about the that gap that you had, because we were talking about it on the broadcast, you'd worked yourself up to about a second and a half lead, and I'm looking and I'm trying to read YouTube chat and this and that, and all of a sudden I look up and there's a battle going on for the lead, and I'm like, where did Millett come from? Because I was like, I just looked and it was like a second and a half, and now all of a sudden he's up there battling you for the lead, and I wasn't sure, maybe you got into the wall or something like that had happened, but that I hated to see what happened there. I was looking forward to that, to that battle between you and Patrick, but I know that 92 had a lot of damage and looked like he looked like he tried to go to the apron, but just couldn't get it to turn. Didn't slow up. I don't know, but unfortunately, stuff like that happens. But you're able to kind of capitalize on that. Unfortunately, he got the little bit of the worst of it, but coming home with a win, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, lucked out there for sure. Hit the wall, got a little damage, but kept it straight. A little bit more than Patrick did. Slowed him up a little bit more, so I got a little luck of the roll of the dice on my side there. But I'll take it.
For sure, you take him anytime you can get him.
Most definitely.
But yeah. Let's say, Ron, you got anything else for him before we let him give a shout out?
I mean, the floor is yours, Brandon. You earned it. Great win from was it 14th place to the lead, but I mean, looks like you led a few laps there at the end, and unfortunately for Latrell leading the most laps, did not. They came up short because he didn't lead the one that mattered.
Yeah, like I said, I'll take it. Shout out to you guys in the booth, especially races like this. The cautions and just spread out like that. Be a little mentally draining, but love going back and watching when you guys do them. Andrew for putting on the lead. A lot of work goes into almost pretty much 7 days a week now, and everything during the day, getting everything ready. My team, I know Alex Gates didn't have the run he wanted tonight, but I like racing with him, Kensley, Zimmerman. All the people that watch, my parents, brothers, sister-in-law, fiance Lindsay, my cousin John, the Carosa family, Shoe Flow, Matt Frosting, Mr. Pangborn. Got a lot of people that tune into these races, so hopefully we put on my goal is just to put on a good show for them regardless of where the position is. So I was really looking forward to that Patrick battle to solidify the deal in that scenario. But hey, I'll take it, and I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Alrighty, Brandon Sanfilippo picking up the checker flag in the win here at the Darlington Raceway, and that's going to round out things tonight. A great race for the Racers Elite Gen 4 Cup Series for Thursday, and that's going to wrap up my broadcast week. So, Russ, it's been fun here tonight, and we'll go through the full field rundown and the ending spiel here in a moment, but thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks for all the sponsors making this possible, and Andrew for having everybody out to do this. Any final thoughts, Russ?
No, man, just classic kind of Darlington race. I mean, you got the guys that can get around here, and you got the guys that don't, and had some that had really good nights, and other guys fought their demons all night. So just another good race here at Darlington. Look forward to getting back here next week and see what these guys can do around Charlotte.
Alrighty, well, Charlotte it is, and thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to close this thing out, and for Racers Elite and Russ, myself, let's go through the full field rundown and the race recap. So, race winner Brandon Sanfilippo coming home second, Patrick Millette third, Chris Stouffer, we interviewed all three of those. Andrew Tuft comes home one spot shy of the podium in the fourth position. Troy Thomas rounds out fifth. Curtis Ecker comes home sixth. Cody Minelli seventh. Alex Tuft eighth. Matt Miller comes home ninth. Kirby Wainscott rounds out your top 10. 11th is Robert Kahn, 12th Stephen Luttrell, 13th is Brandon Puffenbarger, 14th Jeffrey Parker, 15th Terry Fennell, 16th Timothy Osborne, 17th Joshua Merton Jr., 18th Dennis Kane, Truth Lurk runs out 19th, 20th is Barry Nelson, 21st Kyle Hess, 22nd Alex Gates, 23rd is Aaron Marquis, and 24th Aaron Rowland is here at Darlington. Brandon Sanfilippo was your hard charger, up 13 spots for Driving Extreme Inc. Stephen Luttrell led 72 laps, the most laps led for Luttrell Racing. Fastest lap was Brandon Sanfilippo, 29.149 second lap. And he also, having the pole to Brandon Puffenbarger, 5 green flag lead changes, 5 different leaders, and 105 laps, 6 cautions for 18 total laps. That's going to do it for us here as the race recap as we round up here at Darlington. We'll see you next time here on the Racers Elite Network alongside the sister network is Horror Esports TV. We will see you next time here on Racers Elite.